This will be a fairly short video. I cut it down to 23 minutes or so. And what we'll be doing is making some low approaches to some local airports. We're doing the takeoff right now. We'll start out with a low approach over Echo Bay and look for some sights along the way. And making the low approaches gives us a chance to see things a little bit closer than we do from the higher altitudes. After Echo Bay, we'll go to Temple Bar, and then we'll make a low approach to the Gold Butte and fly over Crazy Ed's airstrip, which isn't in such good shape right now. Right now we're still flying over the Crew Flight plant, the two white buildings in the Black Pond, and straight ahead are the Mormon Mountains. Making a standard turn out to the right, and coming into view is the Mormon Mesa, or at least the very top of it, and the road going up the mesa that we've driven by. And then behind that would be the Virgin Valley, the Black Hills, and finally Virgin Mountains. It's a little turbulent, especially down low. You'll see the wings rocking. There is our map, and showing roughly where we'll be going. And coming up right now, almost in the middle of the screen, it's a little hard to see, but that's the Freeloaders Campgrounds, which is an unofficial campground right on top of that small odd-shaped mesa, just about going underneath the bottom edge of the screen right now. Apparently that is owned by the land is owned by Simplot, and they just let people camp up there. The Simplot mine is on the right side of the screen. They're mining silica. As we're coming down towards Echo Bay, the black line going from lower left to upper right is that backcountry road between Las Vegas and Overton. And right coming up on the lower left corner is an oasis. That's that greenish area which looks dark. There is a parking area there by the road. They have a little pond and a picnic area. And there's a second oasis, which is right now coming up right in the middle of the screen. And that's again a greenish or a dark area. They have a little bigger pond, and they have a larger parking and picnic area. You can see that the green heads towards Lake Mead. There's a little river, or a little trickle anyway. They don't recommend that you go swimming or drink the water from that little pond, although the temperature is, I think, 90 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, which is a little worrisome. There must be some underground hot stuff somewhere close by. And now the Echo Bay Airport is near the top center. It's a little lighter streak going left and right. We're approaching at a right angle right now. And Echo Bay is near the upper left. We'll be getting a little bit lower, and it's going to be getting turbulent, especially as we make our approach. Now the airport is still that little lighter streak. It's on a slope, slopes down towards Lake Mead. And now we're turning into a traffic pattern, and we're going to fly basically from where it is now from the right to the left. heading towards Lake Mead and towards the Echo Bay area. We're getting a little bit lower. The airport is off to the left. The ground also raises up here because it's on a hill. Oh, there is actually a car or something on the road. Now we're making our turn into the airport and still getting lower. There's the airport top center. Now, as we get down on the airport and fly over the runway at fairly low altitude, it may look like we're flying sideways a little bit because the wind is quite strong. It's coming from the left to the right. And so in order to stay over the runway, we need to be angled into the wind. I'm told that there are wild burros or donkeys or something that live in this area, but I haven't seen any lately, at least from the air. And you can see we need to be at an angle in order to stay over the runway. We're angling to the left. The airport's in a little higher area, sort of the top of a small mesa. And as we climb out, the Echo Bay is right now going towards the top center. It looks like there is a campground sort of straight ahead right now in the middle of the screen, but it looked like only a few campers are there. As you get towards the top of it, closer to the lake, there are a few parked there, but not many anywhere else. It also looks like an RV park off going to the lower left corner. And coming up, you can see just about going straight into the lake is their big boat ramp, which actually is a diagonal right now. It's going a little bit from lower left to upper right, but the water has gone down so much that it doesn't reach the water anymore. So they moved a temporary boat landing out following that road out into the lake, and sort of by the top center right now is the current boat landing. That one is still usable. Yeah, there is just about towards the center of the screen is the current boat landing with a parking area. And we're making a turn. We're headed looking north right now. There is their boat ramp in the upper left. And we're going to make a turn away from the high ground, which is off on the left side right now. Well, I see one boat anyway on the lake going in towards Echo Bay. Now we'll follow the lake shore more or less, and straight ahead will be the Temple Bar Airport. Okay, we've gone down to the bottom of the lake, or the south part of the lake, and the Temple Bar Airport is that lighter streak that's going a little bit, it's going from left to right, or lower left to upper right. We're headed right towards it right now. Off to the left edge of the screen is the marina and the campgrounds for Temple Bar, and this is actually, I believe, part of Arizona. We're actually on the Arizona side, and it's quite a long drive to get to this side because there is no direct connection. You have to go down through Las Vegas and cross over by the Hoover Dam, and then you go to Kingman, and finally you come back up to get over here. We're descending. We're going to get some turbulence again, and the ground is also going up as we fly in this direction. We're looking south towards Arizona and towards Phoenix from here. Airport is off to the left. We'll be making the standard turns to the left. And the airport is just visible in the upper left. It's that lighter area. It looks like a rectangle. And on this approach, the wind is more or less out of the north, so it's more or less straight ahead, and we're flying directly into it, so we don't have that correction angle, or at least very much of one. And it's a little unusual, but there is an airplane tied down by this airport. The only facilities they have are tie downs for airports, for airplanes. They have no fuel, no telephone, nothing else. Straight ahead are the Gold Butte Mountains and Lake Mead, of course. And we'll start climbing and head a little bit towards the marina. It looks like a campgrounds by the right side of the screen, and maybe just residential houses. No, it looks like a campground, sort of. And there is a couple bigger campgrounds, or at least parking areas. They also have a boat ramp. I think they're still able to use their boat ramp, which is on the left side of the screen right now. And straight ahead are the two formations, which I assume are the temples that give Temple Bar its name. I don't know if the one on the left or the one on the right is the temple, but maybe both of them are. I see one formation right on the left edge of the screen disappearing, and another one a little bit left of center. Colorado River, of course, is coming in from the right side, and this would be Lake Mead itself, I would assume. I think we can see both of those rock formations that look vaguely like temples. Straight ahead are the Gold Butte Mountains. We'll be flying over there shortly. Looking north now. There's Temple Bar Marina, and the upper left is the Temple Bar Airport. Looking to the east, okay, we've flown up to the Gold Butte area. This is north of where we just were, and at one time there was some surface mining, or that would be the lighter strips that you're seeing going off to the left, to the lower left. We're descending. There's going to be some turbulence, I would think. Off to the right side, upper right, is an area that was last mined by John Lear after Crazy Ed had died. There is no more mining in this area. We're now the Gold Butte mining area is in the upper left, and we'll get behind these mountains and make a turn. And right now it's mostly just a flat area, relatively flat. They've removed all of the buildings and so on. I think in the year 1908, this little valley had a population of 2,000 people and its own post office, because there was a gold rush, which I don't think they ever found very much gold. And there's some turbulence. Now straight ahead in the distance are the Virgin Mountains. And the Valley of the Colorful Rocks is just beyond the mountains that are nearby and straight ahead. You can see some trails or roads that were used to get up, and they're still being used to get up into the mining area. I think we'll see at least someone camping up in this area. You can still go up and camp in it, at least for now. And now that little streak that's on the upper, going towards the upper center, is Crazy Ed's airstrip, and off to a little bit to the left of it are some foundations from buildings and some more roads where the town was at one time, and where Crazy Ed had his residence, I guess. And you can see straight top center is Crazy Ed's airport. There's like a little road, but then you can see where the sagebrush has been clipped into a rectangle. We're heading downhill, which is the safe direction. Again, off on the lower left with parts of the Gold Butte area, or the mining camp. And we'll make a turn. We're heading back towards Overton. We've gone a little bit further. I see Lake Mead in the distance, and we'll follow this valley. There are some colorful rocks in here. And just about all of this area has been explored, and people have looked for gold or other minerals. And I don't think anyone really prospered doing that or had a big strike. We're going right over or down a little valley. We'll follow it towards the lake. You can see the Moapa Valley is towards the near the top of the screen, a little bit right of center. That's that darker area. Valley of Fire is top center. You can't quite see it, but you can see the reddish area. And there may be roads or trails that are following this valley, but I don't think they'd be very good roads or trails. And now coming up at top center is the Moapa Valley. It's a little darker area. And beyond that are the Mormon Mountains. There is way more green than usual down there because we've had a whole lot of rain this winter.